Good morning, everyone. Slava Ukraini. How are you today, guys? Long time no see. Let me know if everything is all right with the video and audio, because I've changed my setup a little bit. Hope it's gonna be all right. See myself. Good morning, everyone. Alrighty. So I will assume that it's all right. Right there, everyone. So today I was going to try to replicate the one of the famous websites I've been asked a lot to replicate by Luis Enrique Bizarro, and it's going to be design embraced today. Yay, thank you guys for the update, the audio and video. So we can get started. I'm going to switch the screen and let's get going. This is going to be the website we're going to be trying to build today. It's been a minute. Right, so this is going to be the website. I really like it, man. A lot of people using it as a reference, and it's just awesome website, both in design sense and in the quality of the build and the quality of the animation. And it's built by one of the really cool guys, Luis Enrique Bizarro. And by the way, like all the credits go to him of this super nice website. By the way, he has also the course on the awards, so you might want to check that out if you want to build something like this. It's 25 hours and it's really a thorough one, and I can really recommend that one. So, without further ado, let's get started. Right. So, Luis, if you're watching this, hi to you. It's an awesome website. And Luis actually, he has a lot of, I don't know how to get there directly, but if you just Google, he has a lot of awards on the award website. So he's built a lot of really cool websites. It's just one of them. For some reason, I don't know, it's been quite famous among front-end developers and among designers. Anyway, I'm gonna line up windows and let's build this. Well, I'm still alive, so it means I'm quite good. I mean, I have nothing to complain about because I'm in Kiev, so where is... I just aligned my windows, my folders, and I lost track of them. Right. Right, so I'm gonna start with my usual template. Embraced, I'm gonna call it. So this one is gonna be a tribute to Luis Enrique Bizarro. All right. What do I do next? Been such a long time. Almost forgot how to start my projects now. So let's align the windows. Chrome window, okay. Preview to the right. No, you're not late. It's just a minute like we started. Well, I'm good. I'm good. I have a lot of work going on. I was trying to create those short videos. I don't know, at least trying something new. For some reason, not as many views on the short videos as on the long ones, but whatever. I'm gonna keep on doing this thing until, I don't know, until I'm not. All right. So, open everything up. I have a lot to do because the website is really cool and there's a lot of details. I want to push myself to create it under 1 hour, so let's start. Yeah, so we're back at 0 point. We have a shader material right in front of us. So first of all, what do we have here? Like, I'm gonna try, there's obviously a lot of things going on the website. What I'm trying to create is first the text effect, this scrolling text effect, and then like this image, which is being actually under, like, between the text layers, between the specific text layers. It's actually pretty cool. All right, first of all, I need text. And for this, I'm gonna go and use the module 3msdf text by Leo, which I've been featuring one of the latest streams. So let's also install this one. I probably need to see text. You guys been helping me a lot with those streams, with my mistakes, because we're gonna have some. Almost sure about it. All right, so we have this. Next step, let's try to use some text. Well, first of all, I'm gonna use some fancy font here. Oh, not this. So I'm gonna use the Kiev font, which is from my city, probably my native city right now, because I've been here for 22 years already. Alrighty, which one will it be? I like how this one looks. Fun. Black 2. Okay. Let it be this one. This, I'm gonna choose the font. Yeah, we have Discord for everyone who supports me on Patreon. Have a Discord. All right, and then I need like English alphabet as a string or something. Do we have it? I probably need it uppercase or something. Okay, I can just probably just do this, because I think all the texts are uppercase, right? Yeah, all of them are uppercase. So this is my my way of creating an uppercase English text. I'm gonna do this. I just need like any kind of string with the letters that I will be using in my MSDF font, because they are really like optimized. So I will only get the characters that I'm gonna put here. So Kiev type sans black 2, nice Ukrainian font. Добре, дякую. Let's create MSDF. Right, so we should see ABC, yeah, this nice funny Kiev font. Let's download all the things. Kiev type sans, let's put them into embraced folder. Just like that. And as far as I remember, last time we used T, right? So then, just following this, we need to import all the modules. First, we're just creating the font, just the texts. Just to show you from from zero, from scratch, like how does it look like to create something in three.js. Something. All right. So then we obviously I need to import all the stuff. T from font. Will Visual Studio help me here? It's roboto.msd. It's not roboto.msdf. It's this. Why is it not FMT in the first place? Oh, because yeah, I can see why it's not FMT. But then this is how the MSDF actually looks like. So it's like all the characters and all of their coordinates inside this PNG. Texture. So this is going to be FMT, and then import what's going to be texture atlas, or how do you call it? Called font atlas. Okay, it's like URL. And this is going to be this. right? Is everything correct? Everything atlas URL. What is wrong with you? PNG. It's font keys sans black 2 PNG. Like, why the hell would I get this kind of error so early on? What's wrong with you? Okay. Font. Everything seems right here. I don't know why it's parcel complaining. Maybe you see it right away being just dumped. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys. Right, so now we have this thing going on, and then probably need to set inside the parcel config, like, see FNT or what. For some reason I keep getting this error here. Okay, so now what's going to be the FNT actually? Is it going to be JSON or is it going to be some kind of binary already? What's that going to be? So they both are now URLs. Like, what the hell? It used to be... what's going to be if it's going to be just a JSON file then? Will it import that one as just a JSON? Yeah, then just a JSON. Because I only need a JSON. I don't really need to put additional promise thing here. So load font, I don't really need the load. I only need the load font atlas. Let's like delete all the stuff that I don't need here. I don't need this too. I can just comment this for now. And then this is going to be my promise path of the URL, and this is where I do all this stuff. These two are just promises, and this one is an actual something happening. So I don't really need the FNT thing. I only need the atlas here. Like, why would they do this to me? So painful, like the break. Better now. So I only need to load the atlas. I don't really need the font here because this is going to be just the FNT. Hello world. Should be good. It's not. I get some error. This add object is not a function. Yep. Reading uniforms. Yeah, right, because I have this in here. Right, we almost there. For some reason I still don't yet see anything. Because I'm not really adding this mesh to the scene. Yeah, so now it's there, but I will need to like flip it and do all the things I usually do. Scale set. I think I'd rather do this. And I would also need probably to position it, and also need to make it double side. And I think I'd rather use some other material instead of just the default MSDF material. I'd rather use the shader material for this one right away, because there is such an option here in the docs. You could just take this. I would need to include uniforms just to make it double-sided right from the start, because this one MSDF material, where is it? This one, I don't know if it accepts the option. Probably it does, but I would still need the shaders, so still want this, and then we'll need to set the atlas like this here. Instead of this, I will actually do this. And then what's this? Let's call it this material. We are doing design embraced. I'd rather paste it, I think, here. What Argentina? What the hell? This is 5 a.m. there. It's crazy. It's not quite a big difference though. It's 11 here and 5 there, so it's like 6 hours only. Expected a bit more of a time difference with Argentina. All right. Right. Back to business. So I created this material. I'll update this material atlas. Was it the same uniform UMap? Right. And I'm going to use this material here. From double site is not defined. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so now we have this, and this is because this is what happens when you're missing some of the characters in your MSDF font. Just get the uppercase one. I could just do something like this. I'm gonna get a go. If you're gonna try to read it in like a Ukrainian kind of thing. So first of all, I'll probably need to flip it, right? And it's easy as that. Then mesh x is gonna be, I don't know, minus 0.5. Then I probably need to make it even smaller. Yeah, this seems right to me. Hello to Scotland. Yeah, guys, yeah, just let me know where you're from. It's always a nice like tradition, nice routine during the stream just to get to know where you're from. Because we've started with Argentina, which is already kind of crazy. Now it's Italy and Scotland. Yay! Already quite some geography actually scattered around the globe. Okay, so we created the font, and what's nice about this and what I love about this package by Leo, the updated package of the 3 MSDF text, that you have full access to this shader, and it's actually very transparent how you get into like all of those. So first of all, I don't really need the strokes. So in the fragment shader, just to test things out that we are in full control, this, so we can actually paint the font whatever we like. So then most beautiful languages, women in the world, actresses, places in Italy. That's actually the thing about Italy. All over the globe, people Googling what's nice in the Italy. Okay, beautiful. Not distract myself, please. I mean, I'm talking to myself now. Most beautiful English words. Yeah, okay, this will do. Sequoia, solitude. Yeah, okay. This will do the job. Because I need a lot of text, and I'd rather have them beautiful than not beautiful, right? So let's do this. So these are the most beautiful words in English. I wonder if native English speaker will agree with this, but they sound pretty good. I also like eloquence. I think it was at some point, or eloquent, maybe just eloquence. Sounds better to me. For some reason I like this word. I think it was also considered one of the like beautiful words in English language. All right, it's going there. I have no idea what that means, so I'm gonna just trust you. So anyway, I have a lot of text, and then I need to put those texts. So instead of creating, I could actually create this material before the for everything, before all the promises. Let's quickly format JavaScript, and then inside here I like to put those comments. I really like to put those comments just to like easier find spots in my JavaScript which are important actually before I refactor it. Well, this is too much. Okay, hello world. So Here I'm creating geometry. Too clever. Visual Studio is too clever. And here I will just create a lot of meshes in the loop. And for each mesh, instead of this, I'm just gonna go for the text. Also convert that one to the uppercase material, but I also need the index just to push the text a little. Yeah, thanks for that. Something is a little bit wrong here, so I actually need to set atlas before that. In mesh, do I have any JavaScript errors? Text is not defined. How did I call it then? Okay. So 0.5 is too much. And I think I would, maybe I should just this size equals 0.3 maybe. Just get it as a variable because I will need it later on. Maybe even 0.2. Yeah, it's good now. I think I also, just for myself, I don't know. I'm not sure you're gonna see the difference, but I just wanna add this. All right, so now we have this. What's gonna be the next step? The next step, I want it to scroll. I want this whole thing to scroll. For this, I'm gonna go to the npm virtual scroll. I will disable these controls here. So right now it's just this. I will also do our scroll behavior none, because I don't want it to jump when I scroll. And then I need to import the virtual scroll. Oh, not like this. Oh, hello to Kiev too in Taiwan. Nice to see you again. All this in the chat now. Okay, and yeah, have the virtual scroll. How do I use it? I mean, the virtual scroll does what it does. It creates a virtual scroll, like a scroll that is non-existent, but you could use it. Poof, like this. Then I need to create some variable which is going to be like this position equals 0. And then here this position equals what? Why? I think it's a pretty big value in terms of three.js because my whole scene is like 1 by 2, something like that. And I probably need to, and this one is going to be pixels, scrollable pixels. So let's actually just see how big is that one. Oops. Yes, now we have some kind of scroll value, even though we don't have scroll and the virtual scroll. And then let's try to edit these ones. Okay, so I could actually use this scroll now to shift my scene, and just to make it more comfortable for me in future, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna and instead of adding all those texts to the global scene, I'm gonna add to the group. And then here, this group y. So now we just created the three.js virtual scroll, right? It's already scrolling pretty good. We're kind of smooth, but we can do even better. So the next thing that I need is actually the speed of the scroll, because I want this inertia, right? I don't just want the scroll, which is actually I think should be a little bit slower, I guess, right? We'll fix it later on, I guess. So, at some point we actually want to do, maybe we will do this one like in infinite, but I'm sure I've done this numerous times. It's not a typo, I just want it just feels a bit more natural if you do it with a minus, because for me, I don't think you will notice because you don't see how I scroll. But it looks a bit more natural when you do the negative value of this position. So this was intentional. It looks like a natural scroll to me now. All right. Next thing, I need a speed. I need speed of a scroll. So this speed equals 0. And I think, yeah, there's already... I actually love Copilot. Sometimes it just helps me to get into the API of all the libraries without going to the docs. So, I don't know, 2000, 3000, something. It's gotta be something small. So let's output the speed and see what's the value of it now. Do I just console log this? So it doesn't go to all the way to the 0. What I want here is this speed. All right, now it goes to 0, but it looks to me rather discrete. Like you see, it's 75, then it's 85. I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough. Maybe at some point we're going to smooth this value out. So the next thing what I want to do, I want to create this effect for the text. Like when we scroll text, it actually it's been distorted, but in a nice way. And if you pay close attention to this, you would see that the letters are actually, it's not like just distorting the letters. They're not being skewed. They actually being rotated. And this is what is happening here. So the letters are being rotated, and the pivot, I believe, being somewhere on the left side, and it's just a little rotation with pivot here. So if you rotate the letters from pivot on the left side, this is what you're gonna get. Because they're not just changing the vertical position, they're also changing the they're being rotated a little bit. So for this, let's get the LSL rotate function. Not this one. Something easier like this one. Because we have the vertex shader already in here, I just need to get this as a code, I guess. I'm gonna insert the rotational thing, and then I'm gonna go to the repo, and that's material chunks, and the chunk is called MSDF vertex, just the vertex. Let's just insert this one. Nothing changed. Everything is working fine. But I already have the output now. And I kind of want to move it to the bottom. Makes a little more sense to me. Move it to the bottom. Nothing really changing. And then new pos equals position. Hello to South Africa. Where's LDRP? What's LDRP? Oh, all right. All right. What is actually LDRP? Is it... Oh, so this is the full name. All right. All right. Didn't know about this abbreviation. Okay. I want to distort my letters. So I have the rotation, I have the new position. I can output new position now. And now I can rotate my new position with the, okay, new position. The axis is going to be Z. So it's going to be this. And then the value is going to be, which value is going to be? I actually need to add some uniforms here. So U speed like this. I will need to declare it here. Ooh, uniform float speed. Okay, so we have the speed now, and I can just set the speed here. value equals this speed. So we have this speed now, and I can already try to use it, right? Let's just try to rotate something. Yeah, so they actually been rotated, which is a pretty cool effect if you ask me. To just rotate each word. And you can already see that they're being rotated from the left, the left side pivot on the text. That is happening only because the geometry is built this way. So all the geometry for the text in MSDF text is built so that it starts with a 0 point and goes all the way to the right. This is why when I rotate around 0 point, and this is rotating around 0 point, it rotates actually around the start of the text. But what if I do this speed here? Okay, it's not even close. It's U speed. Okay, but it's a little discrete, and this is why I told you I need to smooth it. Target speed equals 0. And this is how you smooth things. Yeah, thanks Copilot. I love Copilot, you see? Because I sometimes I just mess up the signs here, but 99% that Copilot gets it right from the first time. Yeah, I guess so. I can set, instead of speed, I can set target speed, and now it's actually smooth. But this is not the effect we are seeing here, right? Much cooler than that. And to create this effect, I need to make the rotation dependent on the x coordinate. So I'm gonna just multiply it with what? With position x? It is. This is quite crazy what you get, because the values are so big, it rotates a couple of times around the 0 point, but I actually love. This is generative art now. Or maybe NFT, I should say NFT. Alrighty, so probably I need to multiply this value something small. And here we go, we just created that amazing effect. And maybe you could also use some easings here. So which one it should be? Well, it could be anyone, but the easing is going to be on this value. So you just get a cube. Yeah, and it's okay. Okay, then we do it this way: x-axis equals position x multiplied, and then instead of using this, I'm gonna multiply it with x. Still too big, but x even smaller. Maybe this is actually too much, but I don't know. I kind of like it. Kind of like this look. And maybe, just maybe, let's move all the meshes a little to the left. Where was it? It's a hard, just a hard-coded value, but still. Just so we'll be able to see all of them. Pretty cool, right? So let's create the plane now. Let's create the plane now. So I had the add object part here already. Just uncomment this one. So for the plane, I actually need to create. It's not just a plane, right? It's I don't know. It's being rounded. So let's create this rounded plane. I'm gonna use this same material, shader material that I already have here. I don't know, just like make it rectangular, and then what else? Let's also do this. Translate. Let's translate the plane a little bit closer to the viewer, like this. And then the plane is being added. So let's see. Add texts. And run. Yeah, because we are overriding material there. Probably don't need text at this moment. We're overriding material. This is going to be this plain material. Okay, so we have this plane. And I also create another group for this one. So this group plane, and then I'll add my plane group plane. I'm gonna edit. Did I make wrong? Right. Okay, so we have this. I probably don't need it that big, so I can just as well divide it by 3. So it's going to be just a small plane here. Get in there, right? So then I could also do this. I could do this plane rotation. Which one is it? Y equals this position. And you can already see it being rotated around the text almost the way we need it to. So the next step, I'm going to just update my geometry. So let pos equals, yes, this geometry attributes position, exactly. And then probably array. And then for, will it help me? Yeah, post length. Will it help me now too? So yeah. This equals, so these are the coordinates I'm getting from the plane, XYZ. Then I need to like update them in some way. Let's create the new pos equals just an array, and then push XYZ, and then this geometry, I'm gonna just set an attribute. Yeah, exactly that. So I'm gonna just update the existing position with this. So far, nothing should happen, I think. Yeah, so good. But now I can just, I don't know. Yeah, so create the random plane. It actually looks kind of cool how it rotates around. But this is not what I want. I want it to wrap around this cylinder, right? So I want it to be like rounded. And for this, I'm gonna leave y coordinate alone. So I'm gonna create new 3. A little bit of geometry going on here. So it's gonna be 2xz. Then I will normalize it. I also need the radius of my plane. And the radius is gonna be, well, maybe 1. Normalize, and then multiply scalar with just the radius. And then instead of using the x and z, I'm going to use xz x and xz y, because this is the second coordinate. And this should probably give me a nice rounded plane, will it? Should have been like that. I think it's... Is it? Oh yeah, I know the reason, because I just lack the details on my geometry. This is the reason this is happening. So everything is correct. I just need to add more vertices to the geometry. Yeah, you could see it's being now circular, maybe even 30. Quite safe on vertices now. A little more of a radius. No, not this. Here. Yeah, so you could see it's been rounded now and it's rotating around everything. So now I need to sync both of those worlds first, and also need to render somehow the text that is active on top of the plane. Also need to add some images, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and add images. It's just from one of the old streams, some Ukrainian calligraphy here. So 7 of them, well, one of them is white. I'm not sure it's gonna look good, but what the hell, let's see. Also, actually, while I was testing things out, I colored the I colored everything as one of the attributes, and I think it looks pretty cool, pretty cyberpunky, cyberpunchy. What is it? Okay. fragment shader because I have the v-layout thing here. No, I don't have it. How do you call it? V-layout UV. Yeah, and here just use the v what? Just one maybe? Yeah, now it looks more cyberpunchy. All right, well, and it's just a crazy rotation. You shouldn't use this in production, but I kind of like it. I mean, I guess I'm spoiled. But this is the reason, I mean, this is the reason I'm doing front-end development with animation, because you do such thing and you're just being silly. You can just do this for a couple of minutes and just watch the text being distorted. Okay, anyway, let's finish the thing. So I can use texture here, and then let's use it null by default. I want to get all the textures. Hero GPI. Let's set some class. JS texture beat. Got the textures. They are not interrupting our canvas experience, so we can create some textures here. Where? Document. Yes. Texture. Am I being too slow today? Not sure. Will Copilot help me here? Just write code for me. No? Right, so these textures gotta be the area of the textures now, and I can use the first one, texts. I can use the first one to set here, and then right. So now we have the texture over there. So far, so good. I think I can make the radius smaller. I don't know, 0.7. No, it doesn't look cool. Yeah, let it be this way. This is still a lot of fun. Yeah, well, you can play all you want with this text because, you know, it's a shader. You have all the parameters thanks to amazing library from Leo. So you can just, you know, do almost anything. This is amazing how, like, all the developers pushing the open source, adding small things, and then in the end, you just can do almost any animation with the text. So we are getting closer, right? Now I want to, first, I want to switch the texture each time it loops. Like each time it gives a circle, it travels a circle. I wanna change the texture. But this, I want to use my position as the as kind of an index. So I'm gonna use another function, date texture, just to get it away from all the other code. Okay, so in here, how do we go about this? So first, it's kind of each time the position moves from 0 to 1, I want the plane to make a full circle. And for this, while I rotate this plane here, I just multiply it with 2 pi's. This will mean that when the position moves 1, this whole thing just travels the full circle. All right. Alrighty. So now the next thing I want to do, I want to get the I want to get the current texture index. So I have these textures. So let's index is going to be probably just the math round of what? Of this position. But this position could be negative, and my way of handling negative values with mod is this. And yes, this texture's length. So this way we make sure that the index doesn't go like out of the indexes of textures array. And then this, what do you call it, plain material, uniform U texture. Yeah, pretty powerful thing here. Yeah, you could see now the texture is switching. I think it's the same way here. It switches right behind. Yeah, right here. That's where the switch is happening. So we just make the switch of the texture. Perfect. But now that this text travels too much. So when the full circle is made by this plane, I need just one word up for the other plane. And also, actually, I want to add the random rotation to the plane. And I think it was, what was group plane rotation. Which one is that? X. And sign whatever. Will it work for me? It's gotta be slower. Let's make it big. I think it's some other axis, probably. Which one is that? It's gotta be Z, because it's gonna be facing our camera always if we rotate it around the Z axis. Yeah, so it's gonna be always crossing the middle of a screen. However we scroll it, it's gonna be always crossing the middle of a screen. Well, maybe a little faster. And maybe a little less of an amplitude here. Nice, getting closer, right? So the next thing I want to do, I want the text to travel exactly one word. For this, I actually just need to multiply, this is where my text is moving, multiply it with this size value. Because this size is exactly the height of each word, exactly the line height here. So if I multiply this position, which is just a number with this height, then exactly when this position changes value by 1, my y-axis scroll is going to change value by line height. It's exactly that. So let's say now it's enantiodromia active, and now it's an eloquence gotta be active. And now it's supine, how do you pronounce it? And now it's solitude, yeah, the story of my life. And then the aurora, and then the idyllic. Okay, and they always, like, you can see the image is covering the text at all times. But we need one of the text to be on top. So how do we do this? Yeah. How do we do this? For this, I think I would create another scene here. Scene copy, let's call this one. Scene copy. Then I need to make some updates to my renderer, because I want to render I don't want to render twice now. And to update alpha true, and then this renderer auto clear false. Yeah, I guess that's what I need. And then what else? Now I actually need to populate some stuff into my second scene. And I'm just gonna do it not here, but inside the text, because I need a second copy of the text. I don't think it's exactly the way that Luis did that. This is my, like, I'm just improvising here. So this group add mesh. Well, let's call it also group copy. Add mesh clone. And let's create that group copy. Just some wrappers to animate things. And then I need a scene copy to add the group copy. Maybe I didn't even need that, but yeah. Anyway, now we have this. And now I want to create a second render here. It's going to be the same camera, but it's going to be scene copy. Oh yeah, we have that now. So we have a second scene being rendered, but the reason why it's still behind the image, even though we are rendering it the second time, and this is actually quite a nice feature, quite a neat feature, which is probably could be, I think it's used in some really cool effects. Even though we render it like after, it still appears in between the like first scene, right? I don't have no idea how that works. Maybe I have, I just can't think of it right now. So to work around this, just clear depth. So now we have two scenes. One is rendered on top of the other. And next thing, I want to move my group copy in the same way as the other group. So now the text seems to be in between. And now in here, I need to find the current active text, right? And for this, I kind of want to find the closest text, or closest index, but not the same way as this. I can't use the round texture, because if I use the round texture, the text switch is going to happen. Well, actually, maybe I could use, because the text is still behind, so you wouldn't see if I enable. Okay. Maybe I can just use the same index. Let's try that. This group copy children for each. Maybe it's not that complicated after all. Maybe I could use this. So in here, I'll just compare if index is equal to what? To the, well, index. Then mesh visible is not equal, yeah. And the other way around, it's gotta be visible. So it's gonna be visible only if the active index is equal to the index inside my group copy. Well, let's see. Okay, nothing's working because visible is not defined. Right, CSS vibes in here, like. And well, I think we already have it. And now it's eloquence active. And it just smoothly go in between. Maybe I'll make it a dark background, because we are having cyberpunk here after all. And because we already have a transparent thing going on here, so just set the background for this. Well, I'm not sure if it's it's better, but well, at least we're gonna see the white textures now. So yeah, did we just create it? I think we would rather shift the whole text layer a bit to the bottom, like just a little bit. So for this, I will just add some probably static value to both in here. Maybe it's the other way around, actually. Maybe that's too much. Yeah, kind of. I don't know, it probably could be calculated. So now it's right in the middle of my image. Maybe I could also make the image a little bigger now, like a little higher at least. So it. This is not a matter of the sizing, right? Doesn't really matter. Pretty cool now. You just create the effect, just like that. I wanted to create something more. Well, maybe let's put more text, just so it could be... Or we just populate the array, maybe like this. And maybe also a little... maybe I could just get back it to the red now, because this gradient looks horrible. Yeah, red on dark background looks cool. And then just a little smaller to this effect. I don't think I need that cubic thing in the shader. I just pushed it too much. I think square is pretty much enough. Okay. Too small. This is too big, I guess. Yeah, this one looks kind of nice. I think maybe I should just speed up the whole position thing, like, yeah. So it just it doesn't make any difference to you. It just feels better to me. I'm just I'm just literally making it pleasant to me, so I can scroll faster. Yeah, and you could see, and pretty cool, right? There's also, of course, the sticking to this center, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on. The other thing is also the post-processing module. So after I render it all, you could just do some post-processings. It's not actually my design, so all the credits to this one goes to, oh, you've surely written a lot of messages. Yeah. So I think we actually get pretty close to the original one, and we'd rather stop on this one. It looks pretty cool. So a couple of things to look back and take away from this thing. So first of all, here I'm just normalizing the vector. And by the way, just to, while we are here, let's also experiment and try to use to wrap it around the sphere, not just the cylinder, but the whole sphere. So this, let's XYZ. Just want to find out how much the difference gonna be. Same, but here XYZ X, XYZ Y, YZ Z. Yeah, kind of nice, right? So this way I could just edit the geometry and create it. It kind of follows the sphere now, because, if you rotate the sphere, you're still gonna get the sphere. So in any way I rotate this geometry, it will still be following the sphere. Just to, just to prove myself, like, let test mesh equals new 3 mesh sphere geometry radius 32. Frame true. Yeah, so it's kind of nice that this geometry now actually follows this surface of this sphere. Like, however I will rotate it, you actually get pretty cool effects with this one. What the hell just happened? Where did my text go? Oh, this is because oh, everything is fine. Oh yeah, because my index is just going between 0 and 1. Probably, of course, you will need to handle the indices the right way. Because right now I'm limiting the index of my text with the texture array length, but obviously you will have the different values, so depending on the stuff that you're gonna use. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so this is it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Maybe once I will finish my stream in 1 hour, actually under 1 hour. And yeah, pretty cool website. Again, all the credits go to Luis Enrique Bizarro, and check out his course on the awards. I'm gonna put all the links below the video. And thank you for being with me today. It's been a long time since I streamed. Let me know if you like the video and comment it. It really helped the views, because I'm not really getting a lot of views, to be honest. I mean, I'm alright with that, but yeah, always grateful for the support. So guys, have a great week, have a great Sunday. Say something good to the people you love, because, you know, life is short. Here in Ukraine, we know it better than anybody now. And I hope you like this kind of content. Let me know how you like the short videos as well, because I'm not sure like which format to stick about. Maybe I should create like 10-minute video, or like, I don't know. Hope you like this. And have a great Sunday and have a great week, everybody. I'm gonna stick in the chat for a couple of minutes. Otherwise, see you in the next